In this video, we'll start working with piecewise functions. Now, piecewise functions are basically two or more functions on one graph, and we're only taking a small snippet of that function. We're going to be taking just a portion of it and graphing it. Now, there's a couple different ways of doing it, but what we're going to do is we're going to take each one of these guys here, and we're going to set up its own t-chart. So if I have 2x plus 3, I'm going to have a t-chart for that one. And I'm going to need 2 points to make a line. Well, luckily for me, this one gives me my 2 points. The 0 and the 5 are my 2 points for my x. So I'll have 0 for x, and I'll have 5 for x. Now, if you think on a number line, the type of circle you'd have on each point would be open or closed. Well, we know that with the 0, since it's x is greater than or equal to, it's going to be closed. It's a greater than or equal to problem. And then the 5, well, x is strictly less than, so it's going to be open. So that's what my line's going to look like on the graph once we get these 2 points. Let's find our y-coordinate now. How do we find our y-coordinate? Well, I can take this 0 here and I can plug it in for my x. When I do that, 2 times 0 gives me 0, and 0 plus 3 gives me 3. Now let's do the same for the 5. So when I plug 5 in for x, 2 times 5 is 10, plus 3 is 13. Now this graph over here on the right, we're going to graph it over here, but this thing only goes up to 10 up here and 10 over here. So we're going to go off the graph. Why don't we go by 2's instead? So I'm going to have 0, 3, which will be right here. Then we have 5, 13. So let's see here. We have 2, 4, and then 5's right here. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then 13's right in between there. And that'll be an open circle. Then we can connect the dots here. Perfect. I like it. Let's move on to the next one. You have negative 3x plus 8. And let's make our t-chart. This time I'll be using these points right here. So we have 5 and 10. And this time they're both closed circles because both these are equal to, less than or equal to. So this is closed, and I'm going to have a line connecting them. Let's find out what our y values are. If I plug in 5, I have negative 3 times 5 is negative 15, plus 8 gives me negative 7. And then let's see here with the 10, I have negative 30, plus 8 gives me negative 22. So we got some bigger numbers there. Let's count them out. Well, I have 5 is right here, and then negative 7, 2, 4, 6, 7 goes right there. And then our 10, negative 22. I'm going to have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 right over there on that guy right here. Boom. Alright, connect the dots. And there's our piecewise function. 2 parts of these 2 fantastic functions. Now there are some different cases for these, so make sure you check out another video where our inequalities are open-ended rather than both of these having endpoints. There are times where we don't have one of these numbers here. You need to make sure that you watch a video with that.